Okay, in this video, I'm going to teach you all about how to get started with your Google account. And a lot of you will already have a Google account from maybe school before or for your personal use, and you can use those for this class as well, as long as they are somewhat professional with the username, because you don't want something like hotsexybabe1415@gmail.com, because this will be a professional email address you can use when you go out to look for jobs. And so if you do not have a Google account created right now, you need to go ahead and do that. And one way is you need to use a Chrome browser, and you can do accounts.google.com. And it'll ask you to go through the process. And I'm going to I had signed out of mine, so I'm going to sign into mine. And there it is. And so it'll take you through that. And then what you need to do after that is you need to go here and submit your email address. So whatever you just talked about, which I'm going to add one above. It is Dr. Jennifer Fox 1999@gmail.com. So you can use that to share things with me if you want to. And so you're just going to be able to type right in there. I've given everybody editing access to this spreadsheet, so just use the one right across from your name. And then after you do that, the other thing that you need to do is actually sign into your Chrome browser. Now, this is different than just using Google and having a Google account. And the reason it is important is because you want to be able to have this bookmark bar showing so that you can go back to the things that you use most often, which I'm going to actually delete that one right now. But so you can go back to our website without having to go to Blackboard all the time. So you're going to sign into your Chrome. So if you go up here to this 3-dot menu, click on that, and you're going to go to Settings. And you can tell right now that I am already signed into my Chrome browser because I use this all the time. So if I want to sign out though, it'll go like that. And yours might look like this. So I'm going to click on Turn on Sync, which will make me have to sign back in. And then all right. Okay, so you're going to turn on your sync, which will mean anytime you get on a new Chrome browser, all of your same settings will be there. And that's important because of your bookmark bar. And it just brought that back. So I'm going to show you how to add something to your bookmark bar. You need to go up here, back up here to your it looks like a snowman menu. And you're going to click on this bookmarks. And if you don't have that checked, show bookmark bar, make sure it is checked. Because that will show you this menu right here, this bar, to where you can get to all your stuff. And so when I am over here on our course website, all I do is make sure that the whole thing is highlighted, and I'm going to click and drag it down to my bar. So I'm going to click, and you'll see that it has the little plus sign as I move it, and I'm going to put it right there. And I don't want it to be that long, so I'm going to right click on the title of that and click Edit. And I'm just going to do T4E because I want it to be really short. And you'll see this all the time throughout the course website. I abbreviate Technology for Educators, T4E. And then I'm going to click Save, and there it is. So you got your Google account, you got your bookmark bar, you got Chrome, which you need to use all the time because we're going to use lots of Google stuff. So what you need to do now is create a Google shared folder. Now, I'm going to get a new tab here, and there's a couple of different ways you can create a folder. And the first thing you need to do though is go to Drive. And so Google Drive is kind of like this overarching entity that holds all of your Google account and all of your Google products and all of that. So you can get to it right here. See, I'm signed in. You can tell my Google account. And if you click on Google Apps, this little 9 square, you can go down here to Drive. And it'll take you to your Google Drive because you're still signed in. The other way that I always do it, I just get on a new Chrome browser and I start typing Drive, and it goes there. And that's because I go there all the time. So this is my Google Drive, which I have a lot of stuff. I use this all the time. I do not use Microsoft products at all. And so anyway, so you might not have as much stuff as I do. But what you're going to do is create a shared folder, because all of the stuff for this class is going to go in that shared folder. I'm going to have access to it, and you're going to have documents and scoring guides and things like that that I can access and give you feedback and your scores on. So the first thing you're going to do is go over here and go to new, this little plus new, and you're going to click folder. And then you're going to title the folder. So we're going to do 2019 spring T4E. Sorry about this. I meant to put your name first. If you'll notice down there, you can see it, Jennifer, like that. Okay. The reason I do that is I like to alphabetize them in my folder. Whenever I get access to yours, I'll put them and organize them. So it's better for me if you have your last name first. So you're going to click create. And you'll notice it's right here. Now, do you notice these other two folders, or three folders, they have the little person on them? That means that those are shared with somebody. And so the way you're going to share yours with me is you're going to make sure that it's highlighted on this band like this. Then you're going to go choose one of these options up here that will only work with the one you have highlighted. So we're going to click on this share person. So click right there. And then you can click on that Get Shareable link. And this says anyone with a direct link can view, but you're going to leave that part alone. And you're just going to put my email address, my Gmail. So it's Dr. Jennifer Fox 1999 at gmail.com. And if you click tab, my name and my picture should appear. If it doesn't, then you've typed it in incorrectly. And then you can just leave me a note and say, here's my shared folder, and then your name or whatever. And it'll actually send me an email that this is being shared with me. And if you click send, and then you notice that that went into the shared, it has the little person on it now. Okay. And so then actually it will show up in my shared with me folder. So even the reason it doesn't right now is because I shared it with myself. But if it was somebody else, it would actually show up in that shared with me folder. All right. And so let's go back over here. So we created that shared folder. And then what you're going to do, and I already showed you in that other video, but I'll show you again. Make a copy of this project checklist. Okay, so I'm going to make a copy of that. And remember now, this is your copy of it. So I'm going to go up here, put my name, Fox Jennifer. Okay, and then I'm going to move it. Now that I have a folder to move it to, you're going to click on that little folder. And then mine is right here, Fox Jennifer. So I'm going to click there and move. And yes, you're going to say, okay. And the reason I do that is because whenever I make a copy of a document, it is not shared with anybody. If you would have seen it over here, it was not shared. But the minute that I move it into a folder that is shared, then it takes on those sharing qualities. And so if you've made a copy of this document, but it's not in your shared folder, I won't be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to click out of that, and I've made a copy, I've moved it to my shared folder, and then I can go back and look at it. So those are all the Google things that you need to do for this first week. And you do need to sign up for Remind, and then you're going to go over to Blackboard and turn it in that you have done this task. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know.